Welcome back, trainers, and we're going to be taking a look at Porygon 2 in the Remix Cup. This thing is just fun. I love it. It's a good Pokemon. Love to use it in the main series games, holding, I do believe, the Evolite item, raising its defense stat for Pokemon that do have an evolution still, but that has nothing to do with this. Let's go ahead and focus on the game here. So, of course, we're going to be going with Lock-On, which is going to be generating energy quite quickly, but it doesn't really do much damage at all. And of course, we are going to be going with Tri-Attack, and then for our third move, we're going to go with Zap Cannon. I just found that to be more coverage for us for the Pokemon that we're going to be using, and that is going to be Shadow Nidoqueen. I know I use it a lot. It's just one of my favorites. I was talking about how it's going to just be dominating once it does get these move buffs, and well, it is just that. And we're also going to be pairing it up with Sableye here. So regarding the charm weakness, because that's the the biggest thing that we have to kind of fear here, other than the Nidoqueen, that's why we have that to defend it. If the Nidoqueen does go down, Porygon 2 isn't doing much for the quick move, but it can spam the lock-on to some degree. It's a fast charge. Zap Cannon, if we can land it, it's doing a ton of damage as well. We also have the chance to lower the attack and defense with Tri-Attack, and it's a pretty decent chance of happening as well. I enjoy it, and it's going to be taking place quite a few times here with that debuff. With that said, let's get into the commentary, and if you do enjoy my videos, hit that like button. It really does help me out. So up against our opponent here, they made a swap into their Empoleon. We're going to go ahead and lower the defense and then bring in Sableye here. Not necessarily a super great swap in, but it's not the worst. And we did lower the defense. So what we're going to do is go ahead and gain a little bit of extra energy here. It's almost like I didn't need to get that off, to be honest with you, the defense lowering. So I could have saved that energy on the Nidoqueen, but oh well, they're bringing in a Ninetales. Sounds good to me. Now, something else that the Porygon Z has to look out for is going to be the obvious fighters, right? So, can you see the team? Yeah, we got the Sableye and the Nidoqueen to protect it from that. So we did kind of think about this quite a bit. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and bring in the Porygon, since it's actually going to be a little bit more tankier regarding the Psyshock, obviously, not taking super effective. They're going to be instantly swapping into their Machamp as soon as they get that off, so this has been perfectly lined up for me here. I'm going to go ahead and shield that up. It's not very effective, but we do need to hold on to a little bit more of our health because it is still hitting pretty hard, even though it is resisted. Shadow Machamp is a boss. And we're unfortunately not able to get off that Poison Fang onto the Ninetales here. So we should be able to get to the lock-on and take it out, though. And Tri-Attack is a decently strong move. Yeah, definitely pretty good. Did you see the IVs on my Porygon Z in the beginning? It is going to be more for bulk. The attack is like 1 or 0, right? So still doing okay damage though, right? So into the next battle, we're met with another Shadow Victory Bell. That's interesting. And we're going to go ahead and throw that. They're letting it go through. Sounds good. Farming all the way down, low on health, and we're able to get to the next Poison Fang. And this is just absolutely beautiful. We're going to be bringing in our Sableye here. They're not able to farm too much, and we're able to lower the defense and do a pretty decent chunk of damage. And then they have a Registeel in the back. So here we go. Porygon Z. Time to shine, buddy. So we're going to go ahead and hit that Zap Cannon. This is not pretty much, but this is one of the reasons why we do have it. Blizzard is not effective to Steel. Steel is also resisting Normal and Blizzard and Solar Beam. So Zap Cannon is the way to go here. Also, it's going to be able to protect us from those water types. I know it is a big stretch to get to it, right? It takes a lot of energy. It is a nuke move, and it is going to be able to take the opponents by surprise. Now, experienced trainers are going to know that Porygon 2 is going to have a nuke move. It's going to have Blizzard, Solar Beam, or the one that we're going with, the Zap Cannon. So you do get shields from them, but at this point we're looking, we're looking good here. Obviously we're going to go ahead and shield this up. I don't really want to flex too hard. Now we can let this go through and farm this thing down here. Sableye is putting in that work. Always a good trusty Pokemon. It is an XL, but not by much really. And we're going to go ahead and finish off that Registeel with a foul play here, and we're taking the win. Looking good with a shield left. Alrighty, into the next battle. Let's see what it is. A Nidoqueen versus Nidoqueen, and both Shadow. So it looks like theirs is probably going to be a little bit better. I don't know who's going to be able to throw the move first, who has higher attack. I'm not, we can't say that I was able to go first. Oh, looks like we were. Maybe they hit it right after we did. But maybe we have more attack. Alright, so going to get to the Earth Power here. If they let it go, that's perfectly fine. We'll bring in the Sableye and put in some work. So they're going to be shielding it up. Actually, I think I mirror. Oh no, we're letting it go. This is the one. Never mind. So expecting an Earth Power. It's not like it took me by surprise. So we're going to go ahead and throw in the Sableye here. And I think we do want to preserve this shield, so we're going to go ahead and let this go through, and it is a Poison Fang, absolutely beautiful. But we have to look out for a Charm user here. Other than that, Mandibuzz is also going to be kind of annoying, but we can hit that return. Oh, there you go. There is that Wigglytuff. So we're going to go ahead and hit that return, and then, well, Porygon 2, it's your time to shine, friend. And it is a Surf Fetch back there. This is not looking good, folks. I don't know if we're going to be able to pull this one off. So we're going to go ahead and shield that up, of course. And then getting to the Zap Cannon, that's just going to be able to just take it out in one shot here because we can't take the counters. But unfortunately, the Charms are going to be doing too much. And Sableye does not have enough health to get to its charge move. And I don't know if that would have KO'd anyways. Good game, you got me. Into the next battle, we're met with a Gyarados here, which is going to have Dragon Breath. That's good for us. So as you can see, the Gyarados is taking a lot of damage very fast because it is a squishy Pokemon. Simple as that. A squishy Pokemon, but it does have pretty good attack here. So we're going to go ahead and shield this Aqua Tail up. I wanted to catch it, but I was a little too slow. And they're going to go ahead and swap. So we're going to go ahead and just hold the line here with the Shadow Nidoqueen up against the Kingdra there. Lowering the defense, just putting in the work. And now we're going to go ahead and swap into our Sableye here. Wanted to catch the Noctizuka, but unfortunately it is going to be an outrage, and it KOs with one more Dragon Breath. So I figure I'm going to go in here with Porygon Z and farm down with Lock On. So let's go ahead and start building up that energy. They have 2 shields, bringing back Gyarados. Didn't want to take damage, so we're going to go ahead and get it out of here. If they want a shield, then they're not going to. What they got in the back, it's going to be a Ninetales. Okay, so it's time for Porygon to put in the work here. So we're going to be getting 1 shield, swapping it to Nidoqueen. We're going to go ahead and lower that defense here. And I do believe that Tri-Attack actually lowered the defense and attack. I think. I may have missed that. So we're going to... Yeah, no, it did. It did. It lowered the attack. So it has 2 defense debuffs and 1 attack debuff. So we should be able to get to the Tri-Attack. Come on. Come on, we go! Oh my gosh, folks, are you kidding me? These battles like this are so annoying. Alright, on to the next battle. Let's see if we can have a good lead here. Noctowl, that's pretty interesting. So, don't think I've ever had this, maybe once. It's not horrible. You know, we can take a Sky Attack, no problem. The question is, are they going to shield up a Poison Fang here? If they don't, that sounds good to me. We're going to be able to farm down. And even if they get off a Sky Attack, we will be able to survive this. We're not going to shield it up. And they are swapping into a Golbat. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Sableye here, which is going to be resisting both of the Poison Fang and the Shadow Ball that I'm guessing that they are going to have, more than likely. So they go for the Poison Fang, lowering the defense. Sounds good to me. Now, at this point, we do kind of need to look out for the Shadow Ball. It does do a decent amount of damage. Shadow Ball is just a good move in general. And since they lowered the defense, well, I do believe it will KO us here. So I don't know if they're... I think they had some lag. I excluded a lot of battles where I lagged a bunch. My opponents are lagging a bunch. So if your battle didn't get featured, I'm sorry. I was like, I couldn't hit my shield or my charge move or somebody else. Yeah. So GBL today was just garbage. Par usual. So we're going to go ahead and they swap into Obstagoon here. This is nothing that Sableye wants to see. Unless we hit return, we're getting their last shield. We're forced to go into Porygon 2 here. We're taking super effective from the counter, expecting a cross chop. So we're going to go ahead and use our shield here and get off a Tri-Attack and see if this gets the debuff. And we get the debuff. Okay, so we should be able to survive another cross chop here, or a cross chop, since we did shield up the other one. Surviving the counters, and this should be enough to take them out. And we should be able to pull this off, folks. Noctowl is going to get farmed down by Lock On. Yeah, we're taking the win there with the Porygon 2 at the end. Looking good. Into the next battle, we're met with an Obstagoon. This is absolutely amazing. We want to stay. They're swapping into a Muck, and I randomly go into a Sableye. I know. It's okay. As long as we hit return. I mean, technically this is an okay matchup. Not very effective with my quick move. They're not very effective with theirs. And they did go for the Acid Spray. We let it go through, hitting return, and they are letting it connect. We do take them out, so this is a good situation. Bringing in Nidoqueen. Now this is just extra damage at this point, so we're looking just fantastic. But I started getting a little nervous because they're going to farm us down. Okay, so this Nidoqueen is going to be loaded, but we're actually able to get to another one. So it's kind of okay now at this point, since they are so low. But they are going to have a bunch of energy, so we need to be careful. It's not Shadow, so we don't have to worry too much about that extra damage. Figured they're going to go straight Earth Power here. and I want to farm them down. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw in my Porygon and just take this here. It is an Earth Power, so good swap in there. Nice. And they're bringing in an Obstagoon, and they have one shield left. Nidoqueen in the back with energy and a pretty decent amount of health. I think we're going to be okay. Getting that last shield, they're farming us down here. And what is it going to be? We're going to let this first one go through Earth Power, and since we resist the counters, that's why we're going to not really fear the charge move too much, and just in case they get the buff for the next one. But it doesn't really matter if they get the buff or not, because we're still going to shield it up, although the counters will start doing more damage. So we're going to be able to farm them down here. Going for the Poison Fang immediately on their Nidoqueen. I didn't want to take any chances. You know, a couple quick moves, I understand, but I'm just going to take them out like that. So good game. Moving on to our next opponent, we're going to be met with another Shadow Victory Bell. Okay. Sounds okay to me. I mean, it's not the best matchup for you, but I don't really mind this too much. And the reason why is because, well, Porygon 2 is not doing much damage with this quick move, and we're just going to get eaten alive. So since we did get a shield out of him, that's pretty good. We're going to go ahead and throw in the Porygon, and I do believe we are shielding this up because Leaf Blade's going to do a disgusting amount of damage. And we're able to lock on down the Victory Bell. They're bringing in a Wigglytuff here, so I'm thinking, okay, well, this isn't great. I'm going to have to bring them very low or, you know, take them out here. Let's see if they want to commit to 2 shields. We're just going to go straight Try attack. Can we get to another one? I do believe I swap and they simultaneously swap too. So at this point I'm thinking, well, that was a loss. Now it looks like we can take a win here. Unless we somehow manage to screw this up. And I do believe I almost do that, actually. Because I don't... you know what? Okay, so down they go. This is what I'm talking about. We go straight for the foul play. We should have built up a couple more and went for the return. But Porygon Z is going to be able to get to the Tri-Attack. Thank goodness. I thought I was going to lose this and screw it up. But I'm able to pull it off thanks to the Porygon Z having energy ready to go. Oh, thank goodness. Into the next battle here, we're met with a Drifblim. Probably one of the worst leads for Nidoqueen. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Porygon 2. Because we resist the Ghost, they can only hit us with the Icy Wind. It's going to do some decent damage and lower our attack, but that's fine. And they're bringing in Amandabuzz. We're going to go straight for the Zap Cannon. Can we get this through? Yeah, that's very good. So they did lower our attack, so that's still doing, you know, some pretty good damage up against that Mandibuzz. Now we're just going to hit Tri-Attacks at this point. And they're also letting that go through as well, knowing that they can survive it. Very, very nice. And we're just going to let that foul play go through. As much as I wanted to go in here, I farmed down with Sableye. I think I actually... Okay, we don't do that. They would have gotten to another charge move and done damage. So we just go in with the Nidoqueen. Now this matchup up against the Drifblim, yeah, the poison's not very effective, but it actually starts adding up if you had to just stay in there. You got to shield up the Icy Winds, but you're going to be able to tack on that damage. But they're also going to be able to simultaneously lower your attack as you're dropping their defense. All right, so we are up against a Nidoqueen here with our Sableye. This is good. This is great. But it looks like we're going to almost lose this, right? Don't underestimate Nidoqueen. That's for sure. Especially the Shadow Nidoqueen. And I'm talking about mine in this situation here. So since we still have 2 shields, what we're going to do is... Did we call this? Nah, unfortunately they bait us here, but there is no room for kind of like letting it go through. But this one I'm going to, because I know they don't have enough energy. And now we can farm down. So that's what it was going to take. I needed to farm down and throw all of these debuffs onto the Drifblim and slowly but surely wither it down, as you're going to see here. It's not very effective, but it's still doing a lot. Drifblim is not, you know, super tanky, and these are adding up with the shadow damage. So we're looking good and able to take the win with Nidoqueen at the end. This is just, you know, amazing Pokemon. I love the fact that Niantic finally did something for poison types, and Nidoqueen is on the map. Next battle, we're met with Sableye. This is not good. We're going to go ahead and retreat into our own Sableye here. And Porygon 2 still has a decent matchup up against the Sableye. It's not the best. You know what? It's actually not too great. You can use it to play around situations because you do resist the Ghost Quick move, but the foul play is neutral damage. And also you're doing not very effective damage with your normal moves. So you're going to have to get off one of those nuke moves if you're really trying to do some damage. Anyways, we take them out. They're bringing in a Beedrill. We're going to go ahead and let this go through. Felstinger, thank goodness. I was really relying on the fact that it was going to be that move. So we do let it go through. And can we farm down? Don't think so. This thing has got a charge move ready to go, but we still have 2 full Pokemon with a shield left. So we're going to go ahead and bring in Porygon 2 in case they go for a drill run here. It's another Fell Stinger, so we're letting it go through and saving our shield, thank goodness. And they're bringing in a Hypno here, so I'm going to have to really figure this one out. We're going to actually swap into our Nidoqueen at some point. I do believe that's what we're going to do. Getting some nice lag here. You gotta love that stuff. And there we go, bringing in the Nidoqueen. We're going down quick, but we're also doing a lot of damage here and getting through with that Poison Fang. I don't know why they didn't use their shield. Maybe they're just underestimating the power of the Shadow Poison type, but you know, it happens. I can't even, you know, I'm not trying to down talk out of anything because sometimes I go down with 2 shields like an idiot and I'm sitting here like, what happened? Like, well, what did I do wrong? You had 2 shields, fool. All right, into the next one, we are met with an Obstagoon. And, you know, this is great. So we're just going to go ahead and Poison Fang. Now, what do you want to do? Do you want to build up to Earth Power to make them think you're going for that to get a shield? It's up to you. But personally, you can mix and match it. I really think you should mix and match it. And what I'm talking about is going for Poison Fang as soon as you get it, so you do that extra damage with your poison jabs to take them out as quick as possible, as opposed to waiting till you get up to Earth Power. You're going to go for Poison Fang anyway. So here we go with this Drapion. This thing is freaking giving me nightmares. I love it, and I also don't hate it at any measure at all, but it does a lot of damage to the teams I put together here. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Tri-Attack onto that thing. Now, I'm expecting like a Sledge Bomb or something, but they hit me with an Aqua Tail, so that's great. As you can see, Porygon Z taking those attacks, no problem. I know that's not doing the most damage around because it's, you know, coming from a Drapion and all, but that's fine. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Sableye to just absorb the Aqua Tail here. And I know the Quick Move's not very effective, but they're going to be swapping into a Nidoqueen, and this may look okay, but it's really not because we're so low on our health. It's a waste to use a shield here, but at the same time, I almost kind of need it to preserve my health a little bit. But since they did debuff me, it's almost pointless because they're inevitably going to take us out. You know, that's, you know, for every matchup, but they're going to be able to take us out quicker. But we're making it to another charge move. That's big. All right, getting that shield, swapping into our Porygon 2. We got some combinations going on here. Combo Breaker. And they're swapping into their Drapion. We're able to get to another Tri-Tag. Are you kidding me? Porygon 2, you're on fire right now. Let's go, buddy. Take out that Drapion. In comes the Nidoqueen, and we almost farm down. I was going to say farm down with the lock on. We go in and take him out with his Shadow Claw. Woo! That was a close one there. Good game. On to the next one. This guy's costume is hilarious with the air guitar because of the Slowpoke helmet or hat or whatever you want to call it, and the costume. It just looks like, you know, no neck. Anyway, it's a compliment. It's funny. And we're up against Mandibuzz here. This is actually not as bad as you may think it is because they're flying. If you're Shadow type, you're going to be looking pretty good. I think regular Nidoqueens are also going to be okay too. Just keep on Poison Fanging. Poison Jab away, and you're going to be able to take them out. Shield up the first one, and you're going to be looking pretty good. So they make a swap here. We're going to go ahead and lower the defense before we do make our own swap. It is going to be a Victini going into our Sableye, which is doing super effective. V-Create is going to hurt. It's going to be nasty, but we're going to have to let it go through. Doing a ton of damage and taking them out. In comes the Nidoqueen, and as much as I wanted to hit that return, I don't know. We're almost to another one here. I think we can make it. So 1 and 2. Beautiful. Yeah, it's a good thing we did not hit return. Able to do some nice damage before we do go down, but the Nidoqueen does have energy, so that is kind of a little bit of a problem, but we'll figure it out here. So what we're going to do is bring in the Nidoqueen so we can have them just use up their energy. I'd rather have, you know, that situation than bring in the Porygon to just get debuffed. So they're swapping. That's perfect. Okay, we're going to go ahead and bring in the Porygon 2 here. And we're looking pretty good. I think we're looking pretty stinking good here. They have no more shields. Maybe it could have built up a little bit more energy on the Porygon, but I felt like they had some left as well. So we're just going to take them out. In comes the Nidoqueen, and we're going to go ahead and let this go through, calling the Poison Fang. Maybe that wasn't necessary because it was a little close for comfort here, but we're able to take the win with a Tri-Attack onto the Nidoqueen with our Porygon 2. Let's get it. Now, is this something you want to use to rise up in ranks? I'm not going to say, yeah, definitely is going to help you rise up super hard. But if you're looking for a bit of spice and something that is actually a decent pick and not just some really random Pokemon that's really not going to help you too much unless you really get the perfect lineups, Porygon 2 is actually going to be something that is viable. Definitely. It's going to be more of a spice pick. It's not 100% reliable, but it's definitely got some good moves. Tri-Attack, amazing. And you can go between, you know, Zat Cannon, Blizzard, Solar Beam. All right, so choice is yours depending on the team. Anyways, up against Sableye, lowering the defense and swapping into our own here. We are down a shield, so that's unfortunate. I think this Sableye, this trainer does something very odd. Never mind, they just let it go. Oh gosh, guys, this is the battle. I had to include this one because I was an idiot. And this is what I deserve. What I get for flexing, and I was 100% flexing. It has nothing to do with this trainer. Not at all. I don't know him, and I wasn't trying to like be disrespectful. And if you're flexing on somebody in GBL, you can do that. It doesn't matter. And if somebody comes and complains, I mean, give me a break. Anyway, what am I talking about? Well, I'll show you. I could have shielded that up and took the win. We had the Poison Fang, right? We could have shielded this up and went for try attack, but I flex, and it's a Leaf Storm, and they take me out, and I have a shield. That's what I get. There you go. Good job to that guy, and I hope he was laughing and like, yeah. All right, next battle, we have a Wigglytuff. Good start. Swapping into Cresselia, bringing in the Sableye. Got to look out for Moonblast. So I figured they were going to bait me with Grass Knot here, and yeah, that's what it is, but I couldn't really risk it because I didn't want to get, one-shotted here. So we're going to go ahead and go for the foul play. Well, does a Moonblast one-shot a... I don't think it does. It's not stab, I don't think so. Probably sound like a complete scrub right now. Anyways, continuing on here, I do believe we actually shield up again. Oh no, let it go through calling it. Yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Shield this opponent over here. What can we do? Shield up and farm down? Farm down's a bit ambitious, right? I don't know about that. That's not happening for sure. So we're going to go ahead and just throw this here. Since we did build up a bit of extra energy, we're looking okay for whatever they... Whoa, that's not a good thing. And we didn't even get off the foul play. Oh boy, so they're instantly swapping. And we're going to do the same. They're going to be bringing in a Jellicent. 0 shields in both ends here. So we're going to go for that Zap Cannon. Here comes an Ice Beam here. And we're getting to the Zap Cannon. Now, at this point, I was thinking, okay, this is good, but they're going to farm me down. How are we going to play around this? Can they farm me? Yeah, they're going to farm us and then go for a Psychic, right? So I wanted to go for the Zap Cannon. That wasn't happening, and I wasn't going to waste that energy. I needed to get this off, and there we go. No debuff, unfortunately. It's up to you, Nidoqueen. Can we get to the Poison Fang? And we can, and we're going to be able to take the win here. Porygon 2 is fun. As you can see, very fun Pokemon to use, and it's something unique, different than the regular narrative. So we're met with a Togekiss in the beginning. Absolutely amazing. And they're swapping into a Hypno. We're going to go ahead and throw our Poison Fang, lower the defense, and so we can farm down a little bit easier with the Sableye. Once the Togekiss does come back in, we'll be able to throw a return. And if they shield it up, it doesn't matter because they'll just take us out very quickly. They're going for a Shadow Ball, which is great, so bringing our health even lower, so they're not going to be able to gain that much more farm from the Togekiss. Going for the return here, and if they let this go through, well, they're going to do it's going to do a lot of damage. They shield up. We're getting the first shield here. We're going to go in with the Nidoqueen. We're not going to waste any time. It's kind of funny how it started lagging there right when I bring in the Nidoqueen, wasting the little bit of precious time that I needed to use those quick moves. And then they're going to be having a Ninetales in the back. So we're going to go ahead and lower the defense and then swap into our Porygon and go to town. I think I may stay in here for just a second longer. All right. Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. All I did was let him gain farm. I completely spaced out the fact that the shields were gone, I think. So that's why we did that late. So we're not going to have a repeat from last time and flex with shields over here. So we're going to shield up both of those. I don't care. And we go for the overkill Zap Cannon on the Ninetales here. I mean, I think Tri-Attack would have done it, but it wasn't Shadow, so I didn't want to risk it because it has that bit of an extra defense. So this is interesting. It did have the Electric Quick move, Spark. So I didn't even think about it. I just backed out immediately thinking Water Gun. But it was a good matchup for me. For the Nidoqueen, if it do stay there, it takes forever to get to Hydro Pump. So, yeah, we swap into Sableye, and they're staying here, which may indicate that there's something back there that doesn't really want to see it, and they want to take care of it right here and now. But they're swapping into a Whiscash, which is just perfect, because, well, we have that Nidoqueen, and we don't want to have that matched up at all. Since they did lock themselves in here, we're going to be able to go for another one of these, and then bring in the Porygon 2 and go to work. So they did farm us down a bit there. They do have a good amount of energy built up. So that's an obvious thing. We're not going in with the Nidoqueen, bringing in the Porygon 2, expecting a Mud Bomb here. And that's exactly what we're going to be seeing. And we just need to get to that Tri-Attack. Beautiful. This thing is just so fun to use. Let's get it. Let's go, folks. Porygon 2. Now, I'm trying to farm this thing down. I'm thinking, yeah, Blizzard. And if that's the, okay, yeah, if that's the case, we'll just go in and farm down with Nidoqueen. We have full health. The main threat is gone, Whiscash, right? We'll see. And they're coming back in with Lanturn, so I'm pretty sure it is. We're going to go ahead and take them out with one shot with the Earth Power. I do believe they have a Nidoqueen back here, if I remember correctly. Yep, there it is. So we are ahead on energy. We're going to be able to get to the... Well, I don't think we were. I think we're just like one quick move, as you can see. But this is going to KO. If you did enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Let's get it for Porygon 2. The thing is amazing. I love to use spicy picks. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!